Yo, what is up guys, Lord Senno here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some underrated tips and some knowledge that not everyone knows about, and I think a lot of people could benefit from knowing this stuff. You may know some of these tips, but some of them are so obscure and random that I doubt you'll know every single one. I'm so confident that you're going to learn something new in this video that I'm willing to make a bet with you. You subscribe to my channel right now, and if you don't learn something new, then you can unsubscribe and dislike the video. If you do learn something new, however, you gotta sing my praises in the comments, alright? Without further ado, let's get started with this video. So the first tip is something that I'm sure that 99.99% of the player base do not know about. So you guys better start typing out your comments right now because I'm gonna get you with this one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to the Roblox catalog and then we're gonna search for the word beard. And essentially we want to look for any item which has the word beard in it. It can't just look like a beard, it can look like anything, but it's got to have the word beard in it. Now, you may be wondering what the hell does this have to do with Deepwoken, and trust me, you're gonna see. You're gonna see. It's crazy. Okay, so I want to find something that's gonna make me stand out. This can be like anything. This Captain Redbeard hat is good, I've already got that. Let's use the bearded dragon head. This looks pretty cool. I'm gonna wear this, buy it, and put it on my avatar. Now we're gonna log into Deepwoken and then get onto one of our slots. It cannot be Vesperian. For whatever reason, this does not work with Vesperians, so choose anything except for Vesperians. I'm gonna be going my Grimoire, so you guys can see what exactly happens. Loading, loading, loading. Okay, look at this. Look at my head. I'm a dragon. I'm a dragon. Who said there wasn't gonna be rogue lore in Deepwoken? I'm literally a Casperan right now. If only I had red hair, then this would be so nice. Like, look at my face. Don't I look beautiful? Essentially, any Roblox item with the word beard in it will carry over to your Deepwoken avatar, and this can make you look really weird and wacky. And I'm sure the developers are gonna change this, but I think what it is like Archmage or Ragusa just whitelisted the word so that they can carry over one of their beards to this game, but they didn't realize that there are loads of hats and items with the word beard in it. Okay, if you haven't already typed in your comment, then stop lying to yourself. You did not know that tip before I told you that. Come on. The next tip I'm going to teach you is how to reset off cooldown. So your reset may be on cooldown because you've already resetted like just an hour ago, and you want to get back to your hometown because maybe you got stuck under the map, or you're trapped in an area in the depths that you don't know and you want to get back to a spawn. Following this method will send you back to your spawn, guaranteed. Okay, here I am, an innocent little Felonor. I'm lost and I want to get back home. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the server, and then I'm going to rejoin Deepwoken and click on the same slot that I just left the server on. So for me, this is Rook Tallow, level 52 Felonor. Then I'm going to click quick join at the top here, and then you're going to get to this stage where it says press a key to begin, and you want to click it, and then as soon as you click it, you want to leave the game again. Now you want to rejoin back onto Deepwoken and join on that same slot, and what you'll see happen is actually when you join in on the slots, you will be spawned at your hometown, depending wherever that is. If it's in the depths, then you'll be sent back to a random spawn, but if it's in the overworld, then you'll be sent back to your hometown. For me, my spawn is set at Etris Shores, so that is where I respawned. Obviously, do not leave the game if you're in combat because you'll just get combat logged and you'll lose a life or get wiped. So don't do that, make sure you only attempt to do this if you're out of combat. Okay, so the next tip is for people who are trying to make a new build. I mentioned this in one of my videos, how to create the perfect build in Deepwoken, but I feel like people just don't really know just how freaking important this is and why you should never do what I'm about to say. So there are some people in Arena who I noticed go there at like level 20, and they have what looks to be maxed out weapon levels. They'll have the Shattered Katanas and Cerulean Knives, and that's ruining your builds, guys. You should never level up your weapon level as the first stat if you're trying to create a good build. If you're trying to just meme around and have fun and you don't really care about the competitive aspect of the game, then I guess it's fine and you can go for that. Now, the reason why you shouldn't level up your weapon level first is because of how important it is to actually use all your level ups wisely. In Deepwoken, we only get 60 levels, which means we only get 60 cards to choose from, and most of the good cards in the game are rare and legendary talents. You can only get these rare and legendary talents if you have the specific requirements for them. Weapons have no legendary talents and very few rare talents. Yet some of the good base stats, such as charisma and intelligence, have amazing legendary and rare talents that you can get at a very low level. This means that if you want to get those talents, your best bet is to get them at a low level rather than getting weapon level at a low level. Think about it like this: you want to get a legendary charisma talent called Golden Tongue and it requires charisma, okay? So in which situation would you be more likely to get Golden Tongue? In situation A, where you blew your first 20 levels on weapon points and you only got the charisma required at level 40? Or in situation B, where you spent all your points into charisma at the beginning of the game and you got enough for the requirements at level 15? The answer is scenario B, because in that scenario you have 45 more levels to unlock Golden Tongue, and in the first scenario you only have 20 more levels. Someone who levels up their weapon level last is actually going to get a much better card selection and range of good cards to choose from over the lifespan of their build. Now of course this may change if they add more rare weapon cards or add legendary weapon cards, but for right now, that's the way the game is, and you shouldn't be leveling up your weapon level at low level unless you want to just go troll people at arena and make them fight Shadow Katanas at level 20. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is pretty interesting. It's a stat that literally no one talks about, and it's actually pretty impactful. What if I told you that at level 60, there was a way that you could get free extra damage on your spell, and you didn't have to do too much work? Well, there is a way to do that, and I'm going to be explaining exactly how. The stat that I'm referring to is Elemental Intensity. You've probably seen this on some of your cards or your stat menu, and you wonder what exactly it does. You may be thinking right now, Sendo, Elemental Intensity isn't element damage, it's something else, and you'd be partially correct. Elemental Intensity is two things. The first thing is it determines your ability to break the environment. Some spells have destructive properties such as Fire Gun and Strong Left, so a Fire Gun with low Elemental Intensity will be able to break less structures than a Fire Gun with high Elemental Intensity. You're probably thinking, well, that's useless, why would I care about that? And you're right, that is pretty useless. But there is something else that Elemental Intensity does that is really important. You see, for whatever reason, Elemental Intensity affects the damage scaling of only certain spells. These spells will actually increase in damage the more Elemental Intensity that you have. How do I know this? Well, there's a patch where it said they made the damage scaling from intensity on Fire Palm lower. We asked Archmage to confirm whether spells gained extra damage from Elemental Intensity, and he said that some mantras do. Currently, the mantras that I know scale with Elemental Intensity are Fire Palm, Glacial Arc, Air Force, and Grand Javelin. I'm pretty sure there are lots of other mantras that also scale with Elemental Intensity, but I haven't tested them out to say for sure. Well, now you have the knowledge, how do you actually apply that? How do you get Elemental Intensity, and how can you get more of it so that your spells can do even more damage? Well, the first way is by getting element cards. Element cards have Elemental Intensity attached to their stats, so the more element talents that you get, the more damage you'll be doing with those certain spells. So if you want to get a mage build, then make sure you're picking up every single element card that you can. There's also another way, and that is by unlocking every single magic in the game. This is something that you can do at level 60, and it will just give you free Elemental Intensity. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to talk to all of the trainers, don't do anything else, just talk to them and accept their quests. And then once you've talked to all of them, then you want to gather the ingredients to do the quests and turn them in. At the end of it, you should be left with several potions, and you want to drink them all at the same time so that you can get all the magics in the game. This will give you 5 extra HP and extra Elemental Intensity as well. The final way that you can do more damage with your spells is by getting dual magics. By getting multiple magics, you unlock more cards to actually get Elemental Intensity from, so you can do more damage as a hybrid build than you can as a single magic build, so long as you're picking up the right cards. Once I finish up with my Goku build, I'm actually going to try an Avatar build, where I'm going to be trying to stack as much damage as possible with my spells, and getting carried by Glacial Arc and Fire Palm. Alright guys, that's my Deepwoken tips and tricks video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see more like this, then let me know, and I will be sure to do that. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.